July. You know, I always got to talk about the holidays because Lord knows I didn't pay attention in school. And I read this, I was like, man, I didn't know that. They taught it, I just wasn't paying attention. Independence Day is the national holiday of the United States of America, commemorating the signing of the Declaration of Independence by the Continental Congress on July 4th, 1776. In where? Where was it signed at? Philadelphia. So smart. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. At the time of the signing, the U.S. consisted of 13 colonies, number 13, under the rule of England's King George III. There was growing unrest in the colonies concerning the taxes that had to be paid to England. This was commonly referred to as the, quote, taxation without representation. Sometimes I feel like that now when I pay my taxes. As the colonists did not have any representation in the English Parliament and had no say into what went on. As the unrest grew in the colonies, King George sent extra troops to help control any rebellion. In 1774, the 13 colonies sent delegates to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to form the first Continental Congress. The delegates were unhappy with England, but were not yet ready to declare war against England. In April 1775, as the King's troops advanced on conquered Massachusetts, Paul Revere would sound that alarm that the British are coming, as he rode his horse to the late night streets. The Battle of Concord and its shot heard around the world would mark the unofficial beginning of the colony wars for independence. The following May, the colonies again sent delegates to the Second Continental Congress. For almost a year, the Congress tried to work out its differences with England, again without formally declaring war. By June 1776, their efforts had become hopeless, and a committee was formed to compose a formal Declaration of Independence. Headed by Thomas Jefferson, the committee included John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Robert R. Livingston, and Roger Sherman. Thomas Jefferson was chosen to write the first draft, which was presented to the Congress on June 28th. After various changes, a vote was taken late in the afternoon of July 4th. Of the 13 colonies, 9 voted in favor of the declaration. 2, Pennsylvania and South Carolina, go figure, voted no. Delaware couldn't make up their mind, and New York was like, you're not getting me in that mess. They just totally abstained. So to make it official, John Hancock, and you know we always say put your John Hancock here? John Hancock, president of the Continental Congress, signed the Declaration of Independence. It is said that John Hancock signed his name with such great flourish so King George could read it without his spectacles. Our founding fathers affirmed our independence from England. The following days, copies of the Declaration were distributed. First newspaper posted on July 6, 1776. And on July 8th, the Declaration had its first public reading on Philadelphia's Independence Square. People cheered. They were ecstatic. They were like, we're finally going to be separate from England. And that day, the bell at Independence Hall was rung. At that time it was called Province Bell, but later they renamed it Liberty Bell, and it had inscribed upon it, proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. Now, the first actual celebration took place July 4th, 1777, but July 4th was not declared a legal holiday until 1941, 165 years later. Are you serious? It took them 165 years to say, you know what, that's a good holiday. Maybe we need to make that legal. 165 years. I'm telling you. So let's talk about some patriotic names. There's places in the United States that have liberty in their name. There's 31 of those. 31 places are named Eagle. 12 places have independence in their name. 9 have adopted the name of Freedom. There's one place named Patriot, Indiana, with a huge population of 192. Yeah. And what could be more fitting than surrounding or spending the 4th of July in a place called America? There's 5 places in the United States called America, but the biggest one is American Fork, Utah, with a population of 25,596. So, there you go. Did you know that the original Pledge of Allegiance was written in 1892 by a Christian socialist named what? Francis Bellamy. Gotta remember that name. You kids, what are the kids in here? Francis Bellamy, you guys should know that name. And the first American flag was sewn, of course, by seamstress Betsy Ross in May of 1777.